Okay, it's Prince Ludwig. I come to tell you some more about what's going on with these tarot cards that we drew earlier today. Okay, so I had this one which they label Emperor, and then this one it be a Six of Imps. Okay, so what do we got going on here? All right, so earlier on we said this Emperor he be enlightened human. And the reason why we say that it's because earlier we say he be anyone who's been on planet Earth for any length of time has seen what's going on and developed good coping mechanism. And in this case, this one would be, it'd be Frankenstein from the movie. And you look at his face, Frankenstein's face, and he's very calm, he's very calm. And what else? It's got like, I was going to say slippers, maybe they're leather boots, but it's just a calm in his face, calm in his face, calm in his face. All right, so that's an enlightened human. He's calm, despite his background be like he took different parts of human bodies and put them all together, glue them all together. You can see here they sew him all together at his neck. And yet he is so calm and peaceful. He's enlightened. And that be like humans, they're all like beaten up over the course of School of Hard Knocks. And they call it the Emperor because he'd be like beyond king. He'd be beyond king. He's like, king of the world. No, he emperor of the world. He's just like, and it's not domination. It's like calm, peaceful energy because he's been through it all and he's learned to deal with all these emotions that come up so much, so much. He's got his pet cat. Now up here in this beaker where the flowers are, down below, these two look like maybe strawberries to me in this beaker thing here, up here in this shoulder area. And this always reminds me of the famous story where, someone is being chased and they come to the edge of the cliff and they basically got to, they're hanging on to the edge of the cliff because the people are coming and they're going to beat them up. And he's was racing, and at the last minute when he's hanging over the cliff, he's about to fall off the side of the cliff because they're coming for him anyways. And he looks there and he sees a strawberry plant, and he said, oh my goodness, he let go of all his anxiety and fear that was going on because he sees these beautiful strawberries and he remembers what it tastes to bite into a strawberry. It's so beautiful. So it brings him to the present moment, to let go of all the past. And he's in the present moment, he's looking at the strawberry. And not like this guy, he's totally present in the now moment. Okay. Now this other card here, this one is interesting card. It will be called Six of Imp. And what we got here is we got like a horse. I almost think he's like a unicorn horse because, it just reminds me of unicorn. And he's got 6 people plus their pet cat. And they're riding, okay? So what this tells me, this is the way it is with humans. Okay, with humans. So the symbology of this is the horse is the human body, okay? The human body. And these 6 imps plus their cat, these ones represent, well, earlier today we were calling them like aspects of the human. I could call them spirits, alter egos. They're all the alter egos of the person, plus the horse is the body. And all these spirits, maybe the imps, the red imps, they are actually the ones that talk through the body. And then the cat is a spirit that doesn't speak. The other spirits know that the cat is there and is a spirit, a friend. They love the cat, but this spirit doesn't speak. This little cat here on the end, and the body. Does this horse speak? Not so much important. It's just to think that there are spirits, which are the alter egos, and they all use the same horse to get around. What else do I want to tell you? In the end, I really want you to focus on this idea, because I said before in my earlier video today, there's a very good video by Matt Kahn, Kahn, about managing the internal conflict. And he explains everything there. And if you watch that video and you see this picture, it's about, Matt Kahn talks about it's the spirits that have the conflict. So the internal conflict is when these spirits here are fighting, because they all want to, be the one that drives the horse, which is the body. And if one of these ones wants to go one way and someone else wants to go the other way, it causes a huge fight and it makes the horse sick. So Matt Kahn say, you have to remember that the horse, which symbolizes the body, it is his journey. And the horse or the unicorn, they're smart animal. They're smart, they're magical being, the unicorn, and they know where they want to go. And the rest of you, which are the voices, the spirits, the alter egos, have to learn that it is the journey of this horse or unicorn. It is the one that has got to deal with 3D physical reality. Whereas these other egos, these ones here, they ride around and they want everything to go fast because they're part of mind or consciousness. So if you think of yourself, what you are, your mind can, you can think to last time you went a trip. Maybe you went to a trip to Jamaica. You can go there just in a split second. You can go back and revisit your trip to Jamaica. Then you can think about my trip to anywhere, Los Angeles, whatever. You can go there like split second with your mind and your memories. So it's very, very fast for these spirits to go places. But this one here, this unicorn or the horse, it's your human body. And to get from one physical place to another, it takes a long time. If you're going to these places and you're taking your physical body, you got to get on a plane, you get in a taxi, you walk, you take a bus, you take a boat, take a helicopter. There's so many ways, but it's very slow. And if, these ones say, well, I can go to Hawaii in my mind like this, and then they tell horse, okay, we're going to go to a corner store, and then halfway there, they say, oh, I don't want, I want to go back, I forgot something. And then the other ones say, no, we're going to make a pit stop here and have coffee. And they all have this fighting about where the horse should go, because they're so used to going to places in their mind. They think, it's so easy, so easy. We're just going to tell horse, go here, go here. And horsey unicorn, he gets very upset. He gets very upset because he has his own mind and he knows where he wants to go. And it's the same for you. Same thing for you, you're human. You're all thinking, my mind needs to go to work. I got to go and see my friend. I've got to go this place, that place. And, it's really hard. So you all remember, it's like alarm clock ring at 7 o'clock in the morning. And you remember first that, oh my God, I got to get to work. And then you have this feeling like your body's not awake yet. What do? It's like you be one of these little guys here, right? You're one of these little red guys. You'd be a red guy here, and you're telling your body, which is the horsey unicorn, hey, Get up, because we got to get you to work. Hurry up. And you feel like you're forcing your body to go. It's like these guys got a whip, and they're gonna whip this unicorn horsey guy to get out of bed, and move your ass. So this is the way we are on planet Earth. This is the way we are with our bodies. In our minds, we've got our checklists of all the things that we need to do. And we've worked so hard. We've all been doing all this stuff that is all about efficiency, time efficiency, and all the ways that we're going to get all the things that our egos want. And how do we do it? By driving our bodies really hard. We're driving our bodies by forcing it to get up when it's still tired and groggy. You're tired and groggy, and then, oh, there's a movie across town that I want to go see. Come on, we're going. And you force your body to go. And, your body is like, oh, your eyes are just so hard. And, you're throwing water on your face. And you're drinking like way too much coffee to force your body to go and do these things. Now, in Matt Kahn's lecture, he reminds you, you're a spirit. And it's not about you. You want to have experiences through the body, and that's the way you've always been taught. That you and your body, the mind-body connection, right? And, basically, you're the mind and you're the boss of the body. Matt Kahn says you got it backwards. He says the body is the journey. The journey on planet Earth is about the body. It's not about you telling the body all the things that you got in your monkey mind that need to be done. In your monkey mind, you might say, oh, I want to go to the bar and I want to get stinking drunk because my mind just wants to get drunk. How do you know your body wants to get stinking drunk? You don't ask your body. So you take the body, you force your body down to the bar, and then you do shots, and your body gets really drunk, and then it gets sick. First of all, it pukes, it does dry heaves, and for the next 3 days, you've got a horrible hangover, horrible headache. And then the next weekend comes, you weekend warriors, and you do it all over again. Who is the alcoholic, the body or the mind? It is the mind that is the alcoholic. It's the one that wants to get drunk. It wants to have a change in consciousness. It wants a change in its mind. The body, on the other hand, thinks of alcohol as a toxic poison. So this is what the Matt Kahn lecture is about. It's about you taking your hand off the horsewhip and, letting the body decide where it wants to go, because it has its own body intelligence. Everybody knows the body has its own intelligence. It's like when you first learn to ride a bike. When the body first tries to learn to ride a bike, it has it takes a lot of effort. You've got to focus your mind with the body in order to get going on the bike and balance it all. But once the muscle memory of the body knows how to ride a bike, it basically will ride a bike, and you don't have to pay much attention to it at all, you as the mind. But the point Matt Kahn makes is that the body knows where it wants to go. And I'm going to tell you, if a lot of the things that you do with the body doesn't want to do it. It only does it because you force it. You force it. You forced it to get up and go to work because, it's in your mind that we got to be at work, because the mind made a deal with another mind, your boss, that you were going to drag your body in there every day and put on, double shifts because your mind decided it was going to buy too many cars, too many houses, too many trips. It's got too much MasterCard and Visa debt it's got to pay off. The mind did all that. And then it forces the body to do all the labor to pay off for all the treats that the mind wants to have. Now, it may be that the body wants to go to someplace warm in the winter. Maybe. But the point is, it's mostly the mind that wants to do these things, because the mind goes so fast that, like, it can go and think, I remember, a few years ago I was there, I want to go back. So the first thing it does is it forces the body to go on to Expedia and book a trip. The mind is always driving the body. And it's incorrect, because this is a control. It's control, control, control. Do you like to be controlled? No, you don't. No one wants to be controlled. No one wants to be micromanaged. No one wants to be forced to do things against their will. And yet, this example here shows that these 4 red spirits and the little black cat representing the minds, in this case here, look at these ones. They're sitting back and no one's got a whip. They're holding on, and even the one at the front, he's holding on to the unicorn horse, but he's looking backwards. He's not driving here. They're going for a ride, and the horse unicorn is taking them for a ride. This is the way it should be. And unfortunately, our whole planet is based upon minds driving bodies around, telling them where to go. So in some of my other lectures, I talked about the gift economy, where instead of we having money to get things, we gift it to each other. How is that going to really work? If we let go of the reins of our bodies, perhaps the bodies can figure it out, because the body intelligence is directly connected to higher consciousness. How do we know this? What cries when we're upset? The mind? Does the mind cry? The body cries. It's the body's journey on the planet, not the mind. Your job as the mind, Matt Kahn says, is to learn how to be an angel. How do you learn to be an angel? Well, do you see an angel going around horsewhipping? No, that's not what an angel does. An angel is very gentle. If the horse representing the body here, if it needs information from the mind, that's the mind's job. The mind's job is to be a trusted guide for this horse unicorn, the body. So that's what your job is. Your job is to be quiet and not interfering with the body. You're supposed to, instead of having monkey mind going crazy and saying, go here, go there, go there, go there, driving the body around, you're supposed to quiet your monkey mind and be available. So if something comes up and the body pauses, and you get the intuition that the body is looking for some information from the mind, then if the body asks you for information and guidance, then you're available for it. That's what an angel does. It doesn't force itself on you. It's, if you, theoretically, you're the angel for the body. So you cannot drive the body. If it's 7 o'clock in the morning, if the body is not ready to get up because it didn't get a good sleep or whatever reason, the angel doesn't force the body to get out of bed. But our whole society is based upon these minds. We talk about, like if you're going to have a contract, it's a meeting of the minds. That's what the lawyers will say. Was there a meeting of the minds to see whether the contract was valid? This is all the way that everything is backwards on planet Earth. It's all about meetings of the minds, and it's not about meetings of the bodies. The bodies are used. It's like, it's so backwards. It's so backwards. So if you get this little bit from me, maybe you'll go into the Matt Kahn's YouTube channel and find that internal conflict video and watch it and get his view on it.
Because the whole point of it is right now on our planet, it's all about a bunch of minds that are ego minds. They're not anything to do with love. They're all about me. We talk about the me generation. It's not the body's me generation, it's the mind's me. My mind has a me that it wants to have all these things. And it's going to force the body to go and do whatever it has to do in order to get the money to get all these things, or to go and drink the booze, or to have a hookup, or whatever it wants to have, because it's the mind. The mind wants whatever it is, the next pretty object. In Lord of the Rings, it was first it was the Gollum Smeagol who saw the ring and he said, "It's precious, my precious, my precious." And that's what minds are all about. They're like Smeagol Gollum. This is my precious thing and I gotta have it. So how do you let go of the reins of your body? Well, you gotta get control of your monkey mind. And you have to have mind training. What's the best way? Well, as I always say, you have to meditate. Do you need to take a course? You could take a Vipassana meditation course. It's a pay-it-forward system. You go there and it's free, but when you're done, you're asked to pay it forward and pay for somebody else. There's a lot of meditations, they call them meditations on YouTube, and they're with all kinds of music, and they call them guided meditations. This is not meditation. This is one mind that's recording the audio track telling you what to do. That is not meditation. That is one mind telling another mind what to do. It's not training you. What you have to do when you're meditating is sit back and watch the thoughts go by without saying that's my thought. And that thought is like, let's go down to the bar and get drunk. Someone who is meditating watches that feeling, thought, the idea come up, we're going to the bar to get drunk. And it's you as the spot of awareness watches that thought come up. And when you're meditating, you say, oh, there's a thought about going to the bar. I'm not going to act on that thought. I'm doing meditation where I'm watching this thought come and go. And it might be like very energetic thought. And it's very easy for your mind to get all, let's forget everything about, whipping the body down to the bar and making it sick on booze. So when you're meditating, that's what you're watching. All these things that come up in your mind that your monkey mind wants to do. And learning to say no. No, no. And one of the things you do is these thoughts come up and you label it. You say, that's a thought about going to the bar. That's a bar thought. The next one is about going to the grocery store. That's a grocery store thought. My clothes aren't pretty. I need new clothes. That's a clothes thought. And then you just, everything else that comes up, you say, that's a thought. That's a thought. That's a thought. And it's not about you acting on these thoughts. It's about you recognizing these are thoughts. And this is how you meditate in the beginning. And that's where you have to start in the beginning. I'm not going to give you any more than that. I just want you to label the thoughts. Sit there, sit there, sit there, sit there, sit there, and sit there. And don't move. And you just sit there and you watch what arises in mind and you don't act on it. You just watch it. It's really hard. It's so hard because your mind wants to go in 10 different ways. It'll think about this, it'll think about that, it'll think about this. And your job is internally to get separate from this monkey mind and to start going, that's a monkey mind thought, that's a monkey mind thought, that's a monkey mind thought, that's a monkey mind thought. And you do this and you do this every day. as much as you can, because you have to get to the point where you start recognizing where, these are my patterns, these are my bad habits in my mind that are making me do all the things that are screwing up my life. Okay? And then once you become a really good meditator, then you can say, you are like this guy, the emperor. Look at his face. Look at his body. Look at his cat. Everything here says calm, calm, calm. And that's what you need to get. Calm. I am going to help you by, if you continue to rear your head up again and up again, monkey mind, I'm going to keep telling you, it's not your job to drive us around, monkey mind. And once you get to the point where you start to learn where monkey mind keeps coming up, then we come back to this one. And, you've got all these different, these are all representing calm minds, enjoying the ride, and allowing the body represented by the horse or unicorn to take you where it's going to take you. Will the body go on its own? If you suppress your monkey mind, for example, when you wake up in the morning, instead of you looking at the clock and forcing your body to get out of bed, if you wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, I don't care if you have to wait for 3 hours, you wait. And sooner or later, when the body is ready to get out of bed, it might even feel like you got to go pee. You got to go pee. And you're thinking, oh, geez, I got to go pee. I got to go pee. And then I got to get the body out because it's got to go pee. You have to suppress the forcing the body to get out of bed to go pee. You wait. You wait, you wait, you wait, you wait, you wait. And you might feel that there's really strong urge to go pee. You have to just live with the urge to go pee. Sooner or later, when the body decides it's time to get out of bed, you'll notice, oh my goodness, the body of its own accord got out of bed. And when it wants to go to the bathroom, the body decides it's going to go to the bathroom. That's the ideal situation. And that's not the way you're running your body. I know it because I'm one of those kind of people that used to do it that way. And the next thing that's going to happen to you is that when you continually allow the body to take you, it'll start driving the car where it wants to go. And it will take you for a ride, and you don't know where it's going to go. The spirits here, the spirits are the minds. They don't know where they're going to go, and sometimes they'll come up with, oh, well, it's going to take us to Walmart. It's going to take us to the dentist. It's going to take us here and there. But you have to refrain from forcing your arms and accelerator to take you where you think you need to go. You have to repress that and allow the body to do what it's going to do. It's a training. How you tame your monkey mind and stop being a control freak with your body. If you want to be the enlightened one here, if you want to be like this one, calm and enlightened, you got to change. And no one else can tame your monkey mind but you, Mr. Monkey Mind. Because when I'm talking to you, it's basically your monkey mind I'm talking to, which is connected to your awareness. And your awareness and your monkey mind, they're basically one and the same thing. And what you're training to do is to become the awareness. And the monkey mind is going to be, well, you're going to train your monkey mind to suppress all of its urges to interfere with what the body wants to do. And in the end, what's going to happen with the mind? It's going to go quiet. It's going to go very quiet. And that's how this guy is.
He's a quiet person with a quiet mind.